What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. I hope everybody's doing well out in the old interweb. And like we always say about this time, like, subscribe, hit the Patreon page. Let's get a community of like-minded, music-loving people together. Comment below. And let's get into this. So today, I'm going to talk about the Red Hot Chili Peppers' new album, Unlimited Love, that is coming out. Now, so far, we have 2 tracks off the album. We have Black Summer, then we have what's kind of jamming in the background, which is the new one, called Poster Child. So let's get into that here in just a second. But first, let's talk Red Hot Chili Peppers. Now, why would Unlimited Love be such an exciting announcement for this band? Because people are saying to me and have said, like, it's the Chili Peppers, like no one has to get excited about the Chili Peppers. You're correct in thinking that, except for this lineup on this album is back to Anthony Kiedis, Flea on bass, Chad Smith, and on guitar it's not Josh Klinghoffer anymore, it's John Frusciante. Now, for those of you out there in the interweb that have not kept up with the Red Hot Chili Peppers, the guitar player slot has been somewhat of a revolving door since the very mid to late 80s. One of their first breakthrough albums, Mother's Milk, was also a tragic album for them, as one of their founding members, kind of Heel Slovak, died of a overdose. And this is also the guitar player that they put in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame when the Peppers were elected to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Now, Mother's Milk was one of their first commercial albums, and was kind of a stepping stone from their early super duper funk stuff to their funk rock stuff. Now, it's like I said, sadly, they lost that guitar player. Now, enter John Frusciante, right, for the album Blood Sugar Sex Magik. Now, Frusciante is a guy that is considered to be one of the new guitar gods, right? So a few years ago, there was an article where it was like the guys that are going to take it over from, say, Clapton, those kind of guitar gods that we talk about. He was one of the guys mentioned. And this particular article that I'm referencing was talking about John Mayer, Derek Trucks, and John Frusciante. Now, Frusciante is on a level where he's very effects heavy, but his chord progressions are very out there. His chord family, chord grouping, key groupings, whatever you want to say, are very aromatic. They fill a lot of space for very minimal sound. But one thing that he is super, super, super good at is his use of effects pedals. When researching this video, I think I counted around 22 effects on his pedal board. Now, I'm not going to sit here and go through every one of them. So, Frusciante too is also a very outside the box kind of thinker, right? He's a very heavy thinker. So he decided, after all the fame, after what, 3 or 4 albums, that he was going to split. Now, he leaves after Blood Sugar Sex Magik, which, if you're a Chili Peppers fan, you know, Give It Away, Under the Bridge, all that came off of Blood Sugar Sex Magik. That's the lineup that we're talking about. He leaves, departs because of the fame, because of the drugs, because of whatever, and Dave Navarro from Porno for Pyros comes in, and they make One Hot Minute. Now, One Hot Minute was a tumultuous time for the band. Kiedis was fighting heroin. They all were, but it was a darker, more heavyish rock album, and a lot of people do not like the album One Hot Minute. I myself am not one of those people. That is my favorite Red Hot Chili Pepper album. There are some jams on One Hot Minute that I just absolutely love, like Walkabout, Dropkick. I think Dropkick. There's a couple on there that I just really, really love. So they do a tour with Navarro, and things get, out of hand. Things get where they don't like each other, and they split ways with Navarro. Re-enter Frusciante. Now, I'm not saying that the guys were not super popular by this time, but when Frusciante comes back and they do Californication, it's on after that. They start cranking out the hits. That's when the hits really come. So you have Californication, you have By the Way, you have Stadium Arcadium, and then He Departs again. And when he departs after Stadium Arcadium, that's when this gentleman, Josh Klingenhofer, comes in. Now, Klingenhofer did I'm With You and The Getaway. Not that I'm saying that they're bad albums, but people tend to rank them with One Hot Minute because collectively it's not Frusciante. Frusciante, like I said, is a phenomenal guitar player. That's not to say that Dave Navarro, or Josh Klingenhofer are not. But as far as the context of the band, sometimes chemistry goes further than playing the jam, right? I've been in a situation where lineups have changed, personally, in my music career, which is very short-lived. But in one situation, we changed drummers, and it dramatically changed the feel of the band. I'm not saying that the guy that we brought in was as good or not as good as the guy that departed, but it was a completely different feel. And you could tell on some of the jams that had a different feel. This is the same situation. Navarro, Frusciante, Klingenhofer, completely different guitar players, completely different approach on gear, completely different approach on guitars. So you're going to get a different sound. It's hard to plug and play people. So again, chemistry has a big thing to do with it. So the buzz in the music world was that he was coming back. When I say he, talking about Frusciante, was coming back into the fold. He had done some electronica music. He had been on a sabbatical out in the woods, living in a tent or some shit like that. And there he was, right? So he's back. And Klingenhofer, they say no hard feelings, but it was like, hey, our boy's back. You got to go. That's just a chemistry thing. When you write songs, if you've ever sat down and done it, the chemistry thing goes a long way. So Klingenhofer's out. And there was some video of them playing a show with Frusciante, and then the announcement came that, hey, we are in fact going to put out an album. So the album is called Unlimited Love. The first single off the album was called Black Summer. Now, Black Summer was kind of a return to form for them. It is a rock, no funk, just rock jam. Now, let's talk about Black Summer for a minute. Frusciante is very clean on this. Excuse me, guitar tone wise. During the solo of Black Summer, you obviously can hear a fuzz, a chorus. There's a heavy delay in it. I'm not sure exactly what guitar he used, but I'm sure he has a 62 Strat. Amplifier wise, it's something very clean, probably a Fender. I know I've never seen him, but I've seen tremendous amount of video about his gear. Silver Jubilees, which if you don't know what a Marshall Silver Jubilee is, think Slash. They released those amps in the mid-'80s for the anniversary of the Marshall Company, and they are highly, highly coveted Marshalls. Joe Bonamassa, Slash, John Frusciante. There are guys out there that collect Silver Jubilees. Like I just saw a video of Bonamassa's current rig on tour, and I think he's rolling like 4 of them. Right? If you buy a late 80s, early 90s Slash Marshall Signature Series, you're going to buy a Silver Jubilee circuit in a black box. The Silver Jubilee amps are silver, but the Marshall, signature Marshall slash amps up until I think 97 is when they stopped making those, are Silver Jubilee circuits. And just a couple years ago, they reissued the Silver Jubilee. I never had an opportunity to go side by side with the reissue and the original Silver Jubilees. The reissues I hear are a little brighter just because of component differences. And that's going to happen just because, I mean, you're talking about 20-year difference between building amps and technology is forward and all that and whatever. I am not a Marshall fan. That's a movie. That's a video for another time. Comment below if you are, but I am not a Marshall guy. I've owned a couple, and every one of them I've sold just because I get where I hate it. Moving on, people. So, his pedal board, Frusciante's pedal board, you know, like I said, it's got like 21 different pedals on it. And for this solo for Black Summer, I do hear like a ring modulator, tremolo, delay with a fuzz. I'm not sure if he uses an actual fuzz face or if something like it, but it's fuzzy. My one complaint about Black Summer, what is Anthony Kiedis doing with his vocal? Does he think that he's an Irish pirate? Does he think that he is a Norwegian Viking? I don't know. It's cool because it's the Peppers. Nobody else would be able to pull this off. But it's very different, and it makes you, you know, it's cool that I think he has a signature voice, and I think it's cool that he stepped outside of just his like under the bridge vocal to give us something different. But I mean, the guy, I don't know what they're thinking, but it's the Chili Peppers, so they're thinking some crazy shit, and it's awesome because it's Red Hot Chili Peppers. So that was the first single, Black Summer, which I thought was really good. It runs 3 minutes and 52 seconds. Then, last Friday, which would have been March 1st or so, around the 1st of March, we got Poster Child. Now, Poster Child is right there with like slow jam, funk. Frusciante on this is playing super clean with a wah or an auto wah effect of some sort, and Kiedis is doing his trademark signature cadence where it's you know, that's kind of the Kiedis kind of thing, the like give it away kind of cadence kind of thing, but then he sings the vocal or sings the chorus just like you would think that he would. This jam runs 5 minutes and 18 seconds. I really enjoy this jam. I really, really enjoy the chorus on it, and I cannot wait to hear more off of this album. I think that we will get more, just because the album drops in April, and I'm sure that they're doing what everybody else is doing and giving us just little bitty tracks here and there until the full album drop. Most artists these days are not getting like full album drops. It's like single. You'll get 2 or 3 singles off the album and then the full album drop. It does say that Frusciante's playing the synthesizer on this on the credits. I hear it. I would have been wrong. I would have guessed that Chad Smith was playing a Chaos pad with a sample of some sort while he was drumming, but it says a synthesizer played by John Frusciante. So he's bringing in some of his electronic world into the Chili Peppers, which is cool. So there you go. Red Hot Chili Peppers, Unlimited Love, coming in April. Got 2 singles off of it. I think it's cool. I'm glad that Frusciante's back. I personally wouldn't care if they went back to kind of their One Hot Minute kind of vibe. But like I said, most people don't like that album. If you've never listened to One Hot Minute, I implore you to go do that. But really, I implore you to jam any Chili Peppers because it's cool. It's cool to jam Chili Peppers. They're going to be in Atlanta, Georgia in August, and I'm going to do my best to go see them. So, comment below. Let me know what you think about the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Let me know what you think about their new music. Let me know what you think about Frashani being back in the gear or back in the lineup. Let me know what you think about his gear. Just let me know what you think, period. Comment. Like, subscribe. And as always, stay safe out there in the old interweb. And remember that music is love, and love is music. Until next time. He just say Ronald Reagan? Okay.